Miss Deidre, since we were not able to connect via email, I just want you to know that um, I was not able to find 6 people for this speech, but I knew I needed to give it anyway, so here it is. This is my persuasive speech over addictions. 20 million people in America today. 20 million people in America today struggle with addictions. 20 million people. Only 10% of those 20 million. Only 10% of those 20 million will go ahead and follow through with some sort of rehab, some sort of way to get clean. 10%. 20 million Americans struggle with addictions. Only 10% will get clean. Where's that 90%? What is going on with that 90%? Over the next couple of minutes, I want to talk to you about 3 things and why I feel this is an important topic. I want to talk to you about your brain. I want to talk to you about lifestyles. And I want to talk to you about what we're doing as a country to change that 90%. Your brain is a magnificent thing. The people who study the brain still don't know everything about it. That is how crazy and vast your brain is. I was watching an interview given by Diane Sawyer to a lady named Rose Childress. She is one of the leading addiction counselors across the nation today. And she was talking about how we're at this point in time, we're starting to visually see where our struggles are. We're also starting to visually see how our struggles, our addictions, are causing our minds to be hindered. And so she threw up a diagram of someone who has never used any drugs before, and how the brain was active and the brain was vibrant in color, and you could tell that everything seemed normal. And then in the next column, there was a brain that was had used cocaine in the last 10 days. And literally, the lights were shut off. The activity, the movement, the motion, the colors weren't there. They weren't there. Rose Childress says it is literally like the lights have been shut off. And as you go back, even the 100 days from we have great brain activity to no brain activity, 100 days sober, 100 days completely sober, and you start to see the lights being turned back on. Drugs, addictions, this disorder, this disease we have no idea fully yet how it is completely destroying the lives that these addictions have on them. What do these addictions do? How does it hinder us? How long does it last? We don't have all of these answers yet. But one of the things that we can start on is our lifestyles. Our lifestyles mean everything to us as a human or American society. Our lifestyles have to be this certain way. These celebrities and athletes and whoever it may be have put us on top notch. We have to look a certain way, we have to be a certain way, and yet that's not reality. Our lifestyles, when it comes to addictions, become destroyed. I had a father that was an alcoholic. He was addicted to alcohol. Literally from 12 years old, he started drinking alcohol on a regular basis to almost 50 years old. He drank on a consistent basis. He drank and drank and drank. He grew up in it. His mom and his dad and his brother and his sister His grandparents, he was always around it. It was very normal to him. And so he fell into it to a point where he didn't understand how it was affecting him. His family was struggling. Thank God it hadn't affected his job, but his family was struggling. This is one of the lifestyle areas that that come into play here that we have to remember to take a look at. My mom, as he came home one night, drunk, looked at him and said, "Hey, it's either the alcohol or me and the family." Things like that night have the ability to wake us up. My father, from that point in time, May 12th, 1992, May 12th, 1992, he hasn't touched a drop of alcohol. We have the ability, our family does, to be that backbone and be that strength. Our jobs mean everything to us. They supply the food and the house and the car, whatever, to high levels or on low increments. It is very important to us. And yet we find these addictions on a consistent basis, year in and year out, destroying jobs, destroying people in their jobs for long periods of time. So how is it that we, as just people who don't struggle, just normal citizens, normal friends, normal family, how do we help this? How do the counselors help this? Well, how do people like Rose Childress, who's an expert in addictions, how do they continue to help us? I want to go back to that interview with Rose in it, and remember the diagram of the person who has never used a drug, the person who is 10 days away or 10 days off of a drug, and a person 100 days off of a drug. We have the ability, Rose Childress says, we have the ability now to really see and visualize where the struggle is in the brain, which is absolutely phenomenal. She says we have the ability to pinpoint where the issue is. That obviously helps in actually treating the disorder or the disease or the addiction, however it is that you look at it. We now have the ability to visually see this and act on it. So as science is progressing and we continue to move forward, there are things that are almost tangible to us now. How can we help? We have to be the backbone. And understand that the backbone is flexible, but it is breakable. So as friends and family members who are with people that struggle with addictions on a regular basis, we have to stand by them, but not for everything that they stand for. 20 million Americans today are struggling with an addiction. And only 10% of those people are seeking help. Thousands upon millions of people aren't doing anything. What is it that we are doing sitting right here tonight? What is it that we are doing to change that statistic? I challenge you. Someone in here knows something. Someone in here knows someone who has struggled. Stand on that backbone. Be there for support, but don't break with them. Don't break with them. My fear is today that we are losing a battle to an addiction that is an addiction instead of a lifestyle. Today we are looking at these addictions as a lifestyle as opposed to a hindrance to our lives. We have to change that. We have to change that. Thank you.